Right, and that's the Liberty Lounge. And then right here is the Dunnigan Ironworks. Just kind of want to look at this for a second. Looks like an older building right here. Doesn't look like a young building. That tip came through. Yeah, pretty heavy tippers. Dunnigan Ironworks. Pretty good. Now we're getting a shot at old downtown Fort Worth, at least the outside of it. And we'll just be coming down this way. We're headed to the Great Outdoors Sandwich Shop. Now this sandwich shop has been around since I've been alive. That's right. This sandwich shop has been around since 1973, people. And thanks for stopping by and tuning in. That's what it is. Thanks for tuning in. Here on the Please Subscribe show. I am Cole Spivey, and you are looking at the one and only Linda Spivey.
Correct.
My one and only wife. Life and wife are very similar. Got something? Okay, she's got something she's going to tell me. Let me just go through. Whoops! Looks like we got a little light here coming up. Linda's probably on a phone call. She's on the horn making a phone call. If you go on Jennings, you just turn down here. You see good old Stage West down there. It's a little off-Broadway kind of thing. I guess you could call it that way.
Hey, why does that picture look like... Oh, you sent me a picture of my windshield all screwed up on the left side, and then the other picture looks like I have no hood on it. Okay, I will.
And that's the first part of Lancaster.
Can you pause it real quick,
right
please?
Here. Oh, sure. All right. We'll be going to the Great Outdoors right here. You can see Great Outdoors. We're picking up a sandwich here and dropping that sandwich off at your doorstep. Well, you can get yourself a 4-foot sub, feeds 15, or a 6-foot sub that feeds 25. I would really try to feed other people with that. It's a meat and cheese platter too. It's called the Giant Party Subs. I wouldn't try to do it on your own though. There's the Great Outdoors. It's 1973. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. All right, do you know what the ocean represents?
I'm not quite sure. Please tell me.
I will tell you. The ocean represents sin. It says so in the Bible. The ocean represents sin. Ocean, just like the sea, represents sin, and we're the salt of the earth. And we're surrounded by sin all the time. That's why we need a Savior to pull us out of that. And His name is Jesus Christ. That's why the ocean represents sin. That's what it represents. That's why when John Bunyan, when he wrote Apollyon, he had fins and he had sea-like, ocean-like, like a sea creature. He was like a sea monster because he knew that the ocean represented sin. So that's why Apollyon was like a monster that had scales. It had scales and fins. Body of a bear. Orson Welles, when he did the War of the Worlds, one of the characters, one of the Martians, looked like a bear because Orson Welles was a genius. He knew these things. You got to read the Bible to understand it. It's in Revelations. But John Bunyan wrote about it too. He wrote the first novel called Pilgrim's Progress. Pilgrim's Progress.
Replacement. I've watched that destroy so many marriages. All of a sudden, the children became the soil that everything was sowed in, and the spouse was neglected. And we're like, we'll get our children out of here, and then we'll build our marriage. It's too late. My children never became first in my life and in my home.
God is
Date
first,
night,
then your
personal
marriage.
time alone, fun times, intimacy must take priority.
The children
Everyone
are
else in
third.
your home. If
God
you
is
don't
first,
afford to take
your
wife
spouse
on a date,
second,
buy your kid a video game,
your children are third.
You're gonna miss the game, but we're going on the day. You've got to come and realize that your children are an addition, not a replacement. If you want a happy long-term marriage, you sow into it now because your children.
So they got like 3 Diet Cokes and Sour Patch Kids, trolleys, Airheads, all this candy. We're gonna be dropping this candy at your doorstep with a Diet Coke. Or actually 3 Diet Cokes.
of that. She said she wouldn't say a word. Her lips are sealed.
Huh? Oh, boy, I'll say they're sealed.
Hey, I kind of like that. How come you never went in for one of those?
She's gonna act it out.
She said you know a nice piece of juicy gossip. Well, tell me. Oh, darn it.
Mrs. Lyons, to be real good, Fred. Will you get to join me in a ringside seat? Thank you.
Oh, this is maddening. Who is it about, Lucy? Madge? Gwen? Dorothy? Gwen? Betty? It's about Betty? Betty and who? Betty and Fred? No. Betty and Ricky? Oh. Betty and her husband Jack. Oh, Betty and her husband Jack.
So we know how the rule of thumb is. The rule of thumb. If it's even numbers addresses, it'll be on the north or the west. I always say north by northwest. Alfred Hitchcock getting even. That's how I remember it. If it's south or east or south by southeast, then it's going to be odd, because people from Florida are oddballs. You know, from Florida. They're oddballs. So odd's going to be over here, because that's
South.
That's south, yeah. That way south. What's funny about this house is just kind of, the house kind of looks like a piece of candy. Does it look like it's gonna rain? Yeah, I can't really tell from here. All the way from Florida. $4.75. Fancy Sunday with fudge. So we're currently at 555 subscribers. So we need less than 500. And we'll be at 1,000. Let's see if I find that cat. Little Siamese kitty. Never really use these. You want to just go with this one. Yes, we just dropped off Braum's and we're about to go to Tavern. Tavern's a good one. Those are like minimum of $20. They usually tip sometimes 20 bucks and stuff. So Tavern's an upper end place. If I ever bring like Gary Oldman, now Adam the Woo and I, we can go to like Whataburger, but Gary Oldman comes to town, sweetie, we're going to the Tavern. We got to impress Gary Oldman if he comes to town for Grace, and that's going to be way later. I'm still working on Escape from Maine. But he's the one that's currently doing Slow Horses on Apple TV, which is a crime thriller. Well, it's a spy thriller. It's a spy thriller written by a great spy thriller novelist. And the original books are called Slough House. I'm sorry, Slough House. Sorry about that. As in S-L-O-U-G-H. Slough House is the original crime novel series. They changed it to Slow Horses on Apple TV. Don't know why, but it's part of the unit. Well, it's a spy unit, MI5. They're military spies. They investigate stuff, but they're a special unit, kind of like we are. Have you ever watched Glorious Glow Hands?
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Glorious Glow Hands. It's where she speaks in tongues, and I have this spray stuff. It's called luminol. They can pick up blood as far back as Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, and I'm the one that's kind of scientific. She's a spiritualist. We work together to solve cases all over the world. It's called Glorious Glow Hands. Now, while Linda has a cigarette, I will get a photo, or a moving photo, of the Tavern. Okay. That's how the French Resistance walk. They do is they come here, they twist their foot, move forward, twist their foot. A guy named Marcel Marceau invented it. I've learned from his people, by the way. Really did. Well, you learned it from Decru. It's the art of silence, as you can tell. Which is an art.
You already got the food?
I want you to learn.
Stay hot.
Straight ahead, to the right corner, bear. Red bear. We're about to go by and look at it. You see it in the corner,
Yes,
standing there?
red bear. Yes.
Looks like someone wearing a ghillie suit.
Okay, yes.
You didn't see that?
Yes, I did.
That's about what they look like.
Okay. Someone give me a gun so I can shoot the bear.
No, you don't have to have one.
Oh, yeah. I'm going back and taking a nap while you play your own.
It's only a tool anyway. Now let me explain something to you. You got to get really, like, detailed on... My nickname was Eagle Eye when I was a kid. When that song Eagle Eye Cherry was written. Right there. That is a bear in the corner. It's a wooden bear. Like a totem pole kind of thing, but a bear. That's all I wanted to say. All right, so he's prophesizing. Did you see him with his hand up? Yeah. He's been doing it for months. Different areas off Camp Bowie in that area too. Sometimes he's in the median and he talks very loud. But that's prophesizing. Freedom of religion. All right. This is Napper. Sleeper agent.
Yes.
Look at that train yard. See the train yard?
Yes, I so see it.
It's a lot of trains. Now, just to let you know, in Maine, they don't have running trains anymore. They used to, but too much ice and snow. It's costing the state too much money. They just won $1 billion, so hopefully maybe they can fix it up a little bit better. They used to have trains back in the day. But we got the trains. There's Reptile Expo. It's going to be April 12th. Well, no, April 1st and 2nd. It's the Fort Worth Convention Center. They're going to have reptiles. Expo. I said reptile.
I heard reptile.
Well, I meant reptile, and it's an expo. It's exposition.
Okay.
You know what an exposition is?
Yes.
It means show.
Show.
Right. Remember in Rocky Balboa, he did all those exposition fights? Actually, it was expo fights. What did I say, exposition? I always get that word wrong. It's a reptile expo. What's the real words, Nichols?
Exposition.
No, exposition means when you're describing something at the beginning of a story. You give all the description of the setting and the people. That's the exposition.
But what's another word for it?
I know, it's tricky. It's the English language. Expo means something else. Come on, Glorious Glow Hands. You can figure this out. Expedition? Expedition. There's exposition.
Expedition means like you're going on a hike.
Exposition is when you describe something. That expo stands for expedition. Reptile.
Expedition is when you go on a trail expedition. You're traveling. Unless the reptiles are going to travel.
And you thought slow horses is bad. Expo means to show.
We'll come back. You have a lot to cut.
Right. Exposition is when you describe something, like a story. Expedition.
We don't know yet.
All right, we'll look it up. Secret word is exhibition. Expedition is something. Exposition is describing something like a play.
Oh, so this one's E-X-H-M.
It has an H in it, right.
Like
Exhibition.
A zoo
Yes, just like a zoo exhibition.
But that said EXPO.
Reptile
Oh.
Right. It basically what it is, it's almost an abbreviation for exhibition. Exhibition. They just cut it to kind of like, that's why that's so difficult. It's exhibition. Let me look it up again. Expo is slang for exhibition. So it's slang. That's why that word is so messed up. It's messed up. Like exposition is when you describe something. Exhibition is when you show something. And expo is when you show. Exhibition. It's an English thing. See?
They really do that online. It's kind of different. Just get cross. Oh, we're back to him from last night?
Yeah,
what did he get last night? Flying fish?
He gets different things every day.
What did he get last night? What did he get last night?
I don't remember.
Flying fish?
Yeah, I think he got something like that.
I guess. No, he was. Shit. He was too. Is he wrong? Maybe he's the well. Maybe he's the well.
Would you please be quiet? It was probably flying fish.
Well, it definitely wasn't good PZs. That was.
I just remember it was a bag.
We're gonna have to look it up later. There's like a 7-Eleven there. I'm saying flying fish.
There's Righteous. That's the one with the carrot.
Yeah.
That's the 7-Eleven without the tanks. So it's just convenience store only.
Did you turn it on? Return on. Music? Cole. Return on.
Yeah.
It's just a question.
We're coming up on Blue. This is the Blue sushi. This guy's kind of like a tight butt.
We're going there?
No, we're not.
Oh.
I'm letting you know where it's located. It's an upper end sushi place called Blue. It's right here. Blue Sushi Sake. See it? Blue Sushi Sake.
Alright, well, I hope we get a good one.
It's a pretty good one. It's mostly like traditional sushi. It's like a traditional sushi. All right, so it says neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night. Stay these couriers for the swift completion of their appointed. Got a little RDX. SHAWD.
What was the first one?
Appointed rounds. Neither snow nor rain nor heat. Nor, yeah. I'll have to look at that one later.
What was the first one?
We're going to be going to Partrin's Pizza. It's basically one of the oldest pizza places around. It's very old. It's older than Mama's Pizza. They got video games. Hey, is it Addams Family that they have in there?
I don't remember this one. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's Addams Family. It says they're in pointed rounds. It's for the mail carriers. It's got like a little storm on it. It shows. Shh. Yeah, they're playing a joke on them. They must know them. Yeah, they're like a baseball team or something. Completion of their appointed rounds. I think that's a postal office is what it is. Yeah, keep an eye on the light because that ambulance, I mean that first responder was going through, so I had to miss that one. Okay, look, you can read it now. Okay, here we go. So neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. So neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. One more time. Neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Pretty cool, huh, Snickles?
Yes, it's really cool.
It's a good tongue twister, too.
Yes. Okay, hurry.
You're welcome.